It takes courage to serve God. Persecution is there. People be standing against you are there. People be planning evil against you are there. But it takes courage to serve God, because the Bible says, love your enemy as you love yourself. Do to your enemy good. Pray for your enemy. It takes courage to serve God, because you don't have to hold a grudge against anyone. Only courageous people can stand in the presence of God, because the same people you are praying for, they can be insulting you. The same people you are praying for, they can be planning evil against you. It takes courage to serve God. The Bible says in Act 9, the Bible says, as Saul, who was also known as Paul, as Saul was approaching Damascus, the Spirit of the Lord, the light from the above, came upon Paul, and it caused him to be blind. He fell to the ground. And Paul said, "Who are you, Lord?" He said that he wanted to know which God was that, because he has been serving a lot of gods. They have been serving idols. So he said, "Who are you, God?" You need to know your God. Then Jesus said, "I'm Jesus whom you are persecuting." Then all the people who were walking with Saul, they were astonished. They could not understand what was going on. When the Lord come upon your life, no one could understand. Then Jesus went on saying, "Go to Ananias. He will tell you what to do." Just imagine, Jesus himself caused the Paul to be blind, and he's telling him to go to Ananias. If it were me, if I was Paul, I could have said, God, you have caused me to be blind. Restore my eyes and I'll go. But Saul could not say that. He just got to Ananias with courage. He had courage. That's the reason why he could not complain about blindness. Even same applies to Samson. Samson, he revealed the secret to Delilah, and Delilah sold him. They pierced his eyes. In other way, they destroyed his eyes. They made him blind again. But despite being blind, Samson, as the Philistines wanted Samson to entertain them, as they wanted to be entertained, Samson had courage. It takes courage to save God. Samson had courage. His courage caused him to ask that person who was reading him. He told him that, "Lead me, make me touch the pillars which is holding the whole building." Then when he touched the pillar which is holding the whole building, he said, "God, remember me once more. Remember me once more." He had courage, though he revealed the secret, and God permitted people to make him blind. He had courage of saving God. Aaron's children were killed, but he had courage of saving God. It takes courage to save God. Jonah, they threw him in the river, and the big fish swallowed him. In the womb, he could pray. He was just praying, and went back. It takes courage to save God. If you don't have courage, you cannot show up and say that, "Throw me into the river." It takes courage to save God. You know what pleases me about the story of Ruth? She said, "Your God," my interested part is, "Your God will be my God. Despite what has happened, in spite of losing my husband, your God will be my God." It takes courage to save God. You have lost everything, but you are still praising God. Job's wife came to him and asked him to insult God and die. But Job said, "God gives and God has taken away." It takes courage to save God. I cannot curse God. It takes courage to answer in such a way. It takes courage to save God, children of God. People be insulting you are there, but it takes courage to save him. People be against you are there, but it takes courage to save him. People not welcome you are there, but it takes courage to save him. If Jesus said, "Where you want to be welcomed, remove even the dust of that town," meaning there are some places they won't welcome you, but it takes courage to save God. It takes courage to save God. People are speaking against Christianity are there, but it takes courage to serve God. It takes courage to serve God. Jesus, they had to whip Jesus. They put the throne of thorns on his head. He cried, "Why have you forsaken me?" But he could not put the cross down. He could not say, "I reject, don't crucify me." He had that power of saying that, but he could not say that because he had courage. It takes courage to serve God. It takes courage to serve God. If you don't have courage, then you cannot serve God. God bless you.